Good morning, gang. Happy Thursday morning. Happy May 1st. For the Democrat or two that is watching this video, happy holiest of holy holidays for you. Because today is May Day. Today is the day that communism and socialism are celebrated. And God knows, to those Democrats, this is the most important holiday of the year, right? I don't know. Maybe International Transgender Day is close, but figure this one's probably at the top. You know, you go back and May Day, actually, in the United States at least, started in 1889. It was a celebratory day for workers, okay? Celebrate the people in labor. Certainly going to agree with that. But it was started by the Socialist Party. And about 5 years after this started, Grover Cleveland, president at that time, was kind of uncomfortable with the fact that it was started by the Socialist Party. So he designated the first Monday in September as Labor Day to officially celebrate the workers of the country. But May Day as a whole has continued to thrive, especially back in the days of the Soviet Union. It was the day that, oh my God, all the workers have to celebrate pro-socialism, pro-capitalism, or pro-communism, anti-capitalism. It's funny, go back 10 years ago today, I was in Moscow, and Mrs. P and I were invited to I guess I'll call it a performance, because it was kind of like a play, musical, etc., in the large theater in the Kremlin to celebrate May Day. And obviously I don't speak Russian, but you can understand what was going on as we watched this performance. And it was very enlightening, because even as we walked through the city, it was funny being on Red Square on May 1st, 2015. And there were still groups that were celebrating, were pro-communist, still had the hammer and sickle flying, the flag. Not as much as probably it was during Soviet days, but there was still people there. No doubt we have a massive influx of communism and socialism here in the United States. The Democrat Party has embraced it. I mean, hell, Bernie Sanders, AOC, we're democratic socialists. There's no such thing. That's kind of like saying dry water, okay? It doesn't exist. You're either democratic or you're socialist, okay? It's funny because we look at the events of yesterday, not even talk about recent history. Let's go to yesterday, and how the problems we have in the United States are really becoming the difference between democracy, our constitutional republic, don't even get in me, okay, but our basis of government is a constitutional republic, but I'm not going to get into the explanation. You guys know the deal. All right. And communism. We have a constitution which gives 3 equal branches of government: legislative, executive, and judicial. The executive branch will go back and forth. I mean, Biden was, well, besides being a moron, pretty much towed the line of socialism. Trump, obviously, capitalism. Congress will flip either way. The judiciary is supposed to be the one that kind of the glue that holds it all together. Except we have a judiciary that has decided they are all powerful, they are above everybody, and what they say is more important than what the other 2 branches say. That is communism, okay? We have a judicial branch that has gone communist. We could go back to the judge a couple of weeks ago in New Mexico that was arrested for housing a gang member. We could go back to the judge up in Wisconsin last week that was arrested for aiding and abetting the escape of a criminal. But then we look at yesterday, and yesterday gets really interesting, okay? Let's start with Florida. Florida, we had a federal judge yesterday who ordered the police to stop enforcing state immigration law. Now, I want to give you this to start off. The legislative branch of Florida passed a law to enforce immigration laws and make it a crime to enter Florida as an illegal alien. The executive branch signed off on this law, or on this bill, making it a law. The legislative branch creates the laws, the executive branch affirms the laws, and the judicial branch is supposed to enforce the laws. Okay? This is it. We had a federal judge yesterday who decided that she was above the law and said, nope, the legislative branch can't do that. The executive branch can't do that. I'm going to tell you exactly what you can do in regards to illegal aliens. Okay? That's communism. The Attorney General said that her ruling is illegal, and the judge went ballistic about it. How dare the Attorney General say this? Basically saying, I am all powerful. I'll tell you whatever the hell I want to tell you. No, honey, you don't make laws. You are supposed to enforce the laws that are made by other branches. Sorry, take your communistic crap and shove it up your behind. Okay? But that wasn't the only one. Okay? Then we can look about the guy in Missouri. Okay? Remember this, the 19-year-old kid who firebombed a Tesla dealership and was arrested for it? A federal judge there ordered that he had to be released from federal custody. Okay? They couldn't hold him in jail because, well, he's been diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder and ADHD and depression and gender dysphoria. So he can't stay in jail. Oh, okay, I have high blood pressure. Does that mean I can do whatever crime I want and it doesn't make a difference? It's a medical condition. Gee, you can't be put in jail for it. I mean, at least this judge did acknowledge the fact that gender dysphoria is a medical issue, not a social one, okay? If they want to release this kid from federal prison or federal custody, let's put him in a mental hospital where he belongs, all right? But no, this guy firebombed threw Molotov cocktails into a business. That's a terrorist act, okay? Let's say it was some Palestinian kid who threw a firebomb into a Tesla dealership. What do you think they'd charge him with? What do you think it would be if somebody was, I don't know, indoctrinated online by Al-Qaeda or ISIS to go do it? Federal charges, but no. This kid has mental issues, so we need to let him go. No, judge, you don't rewrite the laws. I love the fact that the basis that they released him, or that was argued by his attorneys, that he has no criminal record. Not yet. Firebombing a Tesla dealership will give you a criminal record. I mean, it's obvious. We have him on video doing it. Okay. And that he has strong ties to his community in Missouri because, he firebombed Kansas City Tesla dealership. He has such strong ties to his community at 19 years old that he's going to UMass Boston. Got it. Okay. Yeah. You know, why isn't he going to college in Kansas City if he's got such strong ties to his community? No. We have a federal judge that just released a terrorist onto American soil because, oh, he's got mental problems. Yeah, that's what we need running around. More terrorists with mental issues. Great. But that wasn't the only one. It just keeps getting better. You know this guy, Mohsen Madawi, the Columbia student, the Palestinian green card holder who's been here for 12 years on a student visa and has no degree. He's been going to college for 12 years and hasn't graduated yet. Okay? I wonder if he's expecting his student loans to be forgiven. The judge yesterday said that he had to be released. I'm like, explain this one to me. This is a guy who is organizing terrorism and terrorist activities in New York City. I don't know, has any terrorist act ever happened in New York City? Just think, okay? And no, we have, who's now under deportation orders, okay? I hate to tell you this, Judge. The courts do not have anything to do with somebody's status in this country. He's a green card holder, therefore he has rights of due process. No, he doesn't. Sorry, Judge, I'm not a lawyer and I know more about this than you do. No, he doesn't. He is here as a guest of the United States. He is not a citizen. He's a guest of the United States. And the only entity that decides whether he's allowed to stay or not is the State Department, not the court system. If the State Department determines you are no longer welcome, they revoke your visa and you're out of here. If they revoke your visa and you stay, you're an illegal. Okay? You've overstayed your visa. Hence, you're open for deportation. But no, the judge in this case decides that this guy who's making terroristic threats against the United States should be out on the street too. We have a rogue judiciary that has embraced socialism and communism, that is willing to take down the other two branches of government in direct violation of the U.S. Constitution. Where is the Department of Justice? Kash Patel should be standing at the front door of each one of these judges this morning, waiting for them to walk out to go to their car, to go to their courtroom, and say, turn around, put your hands behind your back, you're under arrest, you have the right to remain silent, yada, yada, yada. You're done. Removed from the bench, etc., etc. These judges are directly violating federal constitutional law. And in the course of it, they are releasing onto the streets people that are threats to the civilians, the ones who actually have a right to be here, the citizens, okay, that have earned that right. We all get to sit around and watch as the criminals get carte blanche to do whatever they want. But the innocents, no. I mean, let me ask you this. Where were any of these judges defending the J6ers? Just a question. Those people weren't even charged. We're just going to hold them because we want to. 4 years later, they're still in jail. These guys who are firebombing dealerships or who are openly organizing terrorist activities, they're okay. Hey, maybe we should go let these guys get a pilot's license, right? That'd be a good idea. I'll say this will probably piss a lot of people off. But during the whole campaign last year, the Democrats were accusing Trump of being a dictator. You know what? In seeing the way the judiciary is working right now, I'm starting to become okay with that. Pinball out.